Hello, my fellow Magic Card Slingers. This is NumotTheNummy here, bringing an M12 sealed daily event online. Just gotta prepare myself for GP Montreal, so keep on farming these things. We got a pool, and so we are gonna sort things by rarity, as usual. And we got some got some nice red ones: Flamelast Dragon and Chandra, both very good cards. While Chandra isn't the most impressive of the planeswalkers, she does a good job, and it's a big target on her head when you play her. People often overextend just to get rid of her. I mean, to be honest, there are a lot of 1 toughness creatures in the format, and she does deal with them nicely, but she's just not as good as, say, a Gideon or something. Flameblast Dragon, on the other hand, is a nice bomb. If they can't deal with it within the first turn or two, they're just dead. Aegis Angel, a very nice dragon by itself. And some filter lands in case we need to. I guess they're not filter lands, but you know what I mean. So let's see what we got here in red. Got Double Shock, that's pretty good. Volcanic Dragon, Bonebreaker, Blood Ogre, Tunneler's okay. Yeah, our red's not very deep, but it's certainly playable. So that looks pretty good there. How about white? Peregrine Griffin, Arbalist is fine. Salt Griffin's good. Sentinel, Double Aromancer, but we don't have any enchantments. Stave Off, Pegasus, Vanguard. Oh, white's not very strong. Let's see what the other colors hold for us. Double Skywinder, Double Frostbreath, I like that. Mage, Leak. Double Looter's good. Blue's alright, it's not the strongest, but it certainly has a lot of playables. They might not be the best, but they're fine. We do have double Doomblade in black. Tormented Soul, Skeleton. Some other playable but non-exciting cards. Gravedigger's good. Basilisk, Stingerfling's very good. Cudgel, Spider, yeah. Green is not bad either. So I think we definitely want to play red, just for the fact that we have a lot of good removal tacked on in the form of Shock, Chandra, and Flamelast Dragon. I don't think our white's going to be played here, and I'm not sure about our green either. While they do have good cards inside of them, in their color, I don't think overall it's strong enough to run. Plus, we'd be short on playables. I'd have to run like Active Treason and stuff like that, and that's fine, but not necessarily the best. The Doomblades are kind of tempting to play just because we have 2 of them, but once again, I don't think we have enough playables if we just went straight red-black. We're at 20 right now, and only 13 creatures. I'd probably fit the Manic Vandal in, but we already have 2 artifacts, so that's kind of awkward. Don't have enough goblins for the grenade. I guess Warpaint is viable, and I guess Slaughter Cry or something. But once again, I just don't think the overall black is good enough. I mean, the only cards I'd want to play in black are the Double Doomblade and the Gravedigger. And we could splash it. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do if you don't have any fixing, but it's certainly an option still. If we went with green, I still don't think we're getting the best package. While we do get a lot of creatures this way, I don't know if this is necessarily the best option that we have. I think it's probably best if we look at blue first and see if it can complement our red a little bit better. But, I mean, the green doesn't look bad, so we'll keep that in mind. And let's see what we got for the blue. Got 28 cards, and so we're probably going to want to cut a lot of things. Alluring Siren's probably not going to do much. Not a fan of Cancel. I guess Turn of Frog's not necessarily needed, assuming how much removal we already have. And I guess maybe the Mesmerist. So if we look at this here, we have a fairly aggressive blue-red deck. With the Double Frost Breath, we're going to be able to get in there quite a bit, and we do have some nice removal. So this is certainly an option. With the Double Looter, I am tempted to run the Doomblades. Unfortunately, we don't have a Manolith or any other any other good way of splashing the Doomblade, so that makes it a bit awkward, but I think power level wise, it's probably worth it. Since that is the case, I'm going to cut the Goblin Warpaint. We don't really need an equipment in this deck. I mean, I guess it would be okay on the Aven Fleetwing, but not necessarily our best choice at the moment. What's nice about splashing the Doomblades is all of our 5 drops and earlier, so 1 through 5 in our case, don't require any double mana cost in them. And by that I mean like Shock's only 1 red, Looter's only 1 blue, and so on and so forth. And we don't really have to worry about the mana cost of cards until later in the game. We still need to cut 1 more card, and I'm probably going to cut the Harbor Serpent just because we're going to splash at least 2 swamps for this concoction. Let's see if there's anything I'm missing right off the bat. Oh, I guess I took out the artifacts. I didn't mean to do that. Once again, the Vandal's a little bit awkward with our double artifact package, so I think I'm going to take those out, or I mean the Vandal out, and still need to cut 1 more. I don't know if Aven Fleetwing necessarily fits into our deck type, or I guess the Tunneler's probably not doing much either. I mean, we only have 1 bloodthirsting creature that we're trying to really turn on. We do have a lot of creatures with 2 power though, or 2 power or less, so that might be interesting. But I think in this instance the Tunneler is probably just the best cut. Making room for artifacts is, going to make it easier on our mana base, since, you can pay with anything. And I think our curve looks pretty good. Has our converted mana cost, so a little bit under 3. I think that's probably a little bit slow for this format, but it still looks pretty good to me. I think I'm going to splash 3 swamps and probably just run 7/7, just because, like I mentioned earlier, we don't require any double blue or double red until we hit to the 6 drop, and by then I assume we're going to have it. So they suggest an 8/2/7. I'm actually just going to go with a 7/3/7. With the Looters, I mean, we can pitch extra swamps that we don't need, and our Azure Mage is also going to help find them. So I think I'm going to run with this. We got a pretty sweet removal package: double Shock, double Doomblade, pseudo removal in Crown of Empires, the Mana Leak, pseudo removal in Frost Breath, Chandra, Flameblast Dragon. Any other black cards we'd want to splash? I guess the Gravedigger is probably a good idea to splash as well, and I think I'd probably want to play it over the Aven Fleetwing, so I'm going to run it like that, I think. Other than that, there's not really any black cards we'd want to splash for. Let's see if any blue or red cards are standing out that we have missed. The Goblin Hunter, once like I said, is okay, but not the best. Slaughter Cry is okay, Lava Axe is okay, but I think we have enough bombs and early aggressive power that we don't necessarily need the axe to try to get in there. We don't want to run the cancel because, like I said, we're running 3 colors, and we don't want to strain our mana base anymore. Same thing with the Harbor Serpent. I mean, we can splash it later if they're playing against a blue deck, but it's not necessary. Mesmerist, no. Turn to Frog, nah. Yeah, so I think we're pretty good set like this. 7 mountains, 7 islands, and 3 swamps. It might be an okay idea to go up to 4 swamps just to make sure that we hit everything when we want it to, but we'd have to cut like a mountain, and that'd make it a little bit tougher on our base. But I think with this list we have right here, we should be pretty good. The double Looter is going to certainly help a lot in these matchups, and we do have enough time to buy more time, I guess, until we hit our 6 drops and other powerful cards, because we have so much removal. So yeah, we'll go ahead and submit this, and we'll see you guys back for round 1.